When the lab coats say these rifts could destroy the entire galaxy, that doesn't include the main menu, right? Geography ain't my strong suit.
Huh? Supposed to
Disrupt this crime!
Advance!
As of this morning's demonstration, we have finally proven my central thesis. Matter within the rifts is not permanently destroyed. Broken down into pure information. This confirms many of our theories, including the potential to restore this information, albeit imperfectly. I expect the Sovereign will be most pleased. I'm scheduled to meet with him later today to discuss my findings more in depth. Note to self, impress upon the Sovereign the risks of this research, lest he insist on attending the next demonstration. I surely cannot rely on Valancourt to do his actual job.
Another enemy moving to cover!
None shall stand against us! I would normally not distrust a Protectorate contraption, but I fear the Rift device is capable. Use it very carefully.
Society demands perfect thoughts. Imperfection is impossible when the mind is a thing of symmetry.
Never seemed especially perturbed. What Buddhist always says, frolic, prance, and shimmy to your heart's reasonable abandon? No, that's only for celebrating the downfall of our enemies. Distemperament can happen in sight. And a restorative cocktail to abrade my imperfections. Say, remember that time the Sovereign caught us comparing pitchball cards? He was so excited about you having that vintage foil of his favorite Sovereign slugger.
That was ages ago. I'm a Protectors of Piety fan now.
Isn't that the console's favorite team?
Miranda would have been 17 today. I can scarce imagine her. My little son. Nearly a woman grown. Will she recognize her father, I wonder? After all he has done to bring her back, will she gaze upon him with pride? Happiest of returns, Miranda. I trust this year to be the last one we share apart.
This was the Sovereign's room? So much for his perfection. Glad you disabled the auto mechanicals, Commander. Saved us some trouble.
Don't be reluctant to unfold any rifts you come across using the modulator. They may eject something useful to you.
We're not just gonna leave that alone, are we? Come on. I need to see it.
Seems suspect to me. Giving chase.
I am primed to punish.
Do you suppose there's been another
Gag somewhere
incident?
I
Like
ain't.
the one with the Sovereign?
No. It seems we may have been
I
intruded
feel
upon during the
private. Back
Consul's
to it.
announcement. I heard it from one of Valancourt's men. An outsider, apparently. Violent.
How ghastly. Well, Valancourt no doubt has it in hand. Perhaps this will take some of his edge off and he'll let us alone.
I shall not stay your execution.
Let's see what's inside.
A little too clean for my taste. Makes you wonder what he's hiding.
My family's wise counselor for more years than I have drawn breath, Emery. But that does not grant you the right to challenge my will.
Why, I challenge nothing. I simply offer guidance where I may. I've neither the wish nor the strength to usurp your authority.
I know you have designs on my rift research. What I cannot understand is what you intend to do with it. What exactly are you plotting?
Suspicion is unbecoming, Henry. And restoring Arcadia to resplendence is my sole aim, as it should be yours. Yet you remain intent to use the rift for the most tenuous of means.
You forget yourself, Consul. Pray, I do not forget all the loyal service you have given me, or you might lose more than just your standing in my affections.
Having that device nabbed on his watch nigh guarantees Valancourt a long stay and mental refreshment, if he is not subjected to swift and fitting arbitration first.
Should he ever amass the courage to confront me in the flesh, I shall deal with him as I see fit.
Of course. An arbiter's judgment is always sound. What? If that's true, we must act quickly. Anything on his terminal cannot be relied upon for long. We need proof we can hold in our hands. I'll lead us to the restricted wing now. Once there, reopen the rift using the modulator so we can begin searching for more irrefutable proof. There's the sorry excuse of interstitial reconfigurating matter that claimed my arm. Let's open the hood, shall we? Rifts reconstitute matter in an imprecise manner, but use your imagination to conjure the original scene. That could lead us to the evidence we need. You've discovered something? I knew it! I am absolved! And yet, I cannot possibly imagine what would have possessed him to deliberately endanger the Sovereign's life. It's unconscionable. I would characterize Valancourt as many vile and unmentionable things, but a traitor? No. The man cannot defecate without humming a Protectorate anthem. For all the time I've spent trying to unsnarl Valancourt's mercurial behavior, it seems there was yet more I did not know about him. Did you uncover anything else? I had heard rumors of the Sovereign's diminished popularity since the war began, but I scarcely trusted their veracity. That any subject should commit such an abominable offense against the Matriarch's own blood? It is nigh impossible to fathom. I think I'm beginning to understand exactly what happened here. But if you have any additional points of data, please share them. How did this go unnoticed during final checks? This is surely why the rift destabilized on us. You've provided more evidence than I could have hoped for. Thank you. Valancourt must have sought to curry favor with the Consul by eliminating the Sovereign and making space for the Consul to step into power. He sabotaged the machine, hoping the Rift would perform his dirty work for him, and left me to suffer the repercussions. Chief Valancourt is an obvious threat to the values we hold so dear, and thus a traitor to this great Protectorate. Do you not agree, Arbiter?
This evidence is insurmountable. Valancourt must answer for his crimes.
Then let us go and confront him, now.
I hear your cry for justice, subject, but arbitrations have had a knack for becoming violent since the invasion. For your safety, you must remain here.
Yes, Arbiter. As you say, Valancourt is unlikely to provide conversation before slipping you a bullet, so I recommend slipping him one first. Be ready to fight and give him no quarter. When it's done, return to me. Erstwhile, I will be doing my ample best not to chew through my nail beds.
Taking punitive action!
You denied me this life long enough. Guards, proceed to this intruder with extreme urgency. Guards!
Step aside. Victory and death. Got a last one.
You've discovered something. I knew it! I am absolved. And yet, I cannot possibly imagine what would have possessed him to deliberately endanger the Sovereign's life. It's unconscionable. I would have liked to have been there when you gave that villain his reward. But nevertheless, my name is cleared and you deserve a reward for your efforts. I'm not sure murdering the head of security at a highly valued research facility makes the argument you think it does, but noted. Have no fear. No evidence of our little collaboration will survive. I'll see to it.
Now that you have the rift modulator, any previously inaccessible rifts could be worth revisiting. Rifts may contain useful equipment and resources. However, due to the chaotic nature of reconstitution, some creative problem solving may be required in reaching them.
I'm feeling a mite conductive at present. The sooner we finish this, the better.
My might upon them! Prosecuting!
I advise you decamp.
Taking punitive action.
Sort of.
Remember, all subjects prosper under the guidance of our beneficent ruler, the Consul.
Only the Protectorate possesses the advanced technology and
Your job is a virtue. Every
battle!
Get yours out.
How is this even possible? This has to be representative of some type of instrument miscalibration.
I wish that were the case.
but I've ascertained that the calibration is the reader thrice already. If these readings are accurate, then I'm equally aghast that we haven't observed more deceased wildlife washing up on the shores.
Anywhere else in the Arcadian system, you'd have a valid point. But here on Crater, the flora and fauna are already tremendously.
Hopefully they can outlast Auntie's occupation.
The system abides.
I shall not stay your execution.
Stifles undue agitation, stymies untoward inclinations, and refashions the mind into a thing of symmetry.
What
can I...
Meaning! Lethal!
Others are not.
Don't forget, your unthinking compliance lets the paradigm run with
I shall reduce them to a slurry!
Drive us into disarray!
You are the wrong
material for perfection. From the lowliest subject to the most exalted vigilant. It's all our duty to the Protectorate. We're all in this together. Gray gone astray? Book a stay today.
Come in, come right in, and be refreshed.
It is the duty of every Protectorate subject to ensure they are operating at peak efficiency at all times. The paradigm requires it. That's why mental refreshment is so important.
The mental refreshment process increases tractability, stifles undue agitation, stymies untold...
Are you ready to realign with the paradigm? To shed all manner of imperfect thoughts?
All it takes is some light instruction, a restorative cocktail,
and a quick dip into the lathe of particularity to abrade your imperfections.
I'm Head Refresher Gould, and I guarantee when you exit our doors, you'll be a productive member of our
perfect society again.
Soon you'll say, goodbye, imperfect thoughts. Hello, contentment.
That was a nice tap on the old brain pan.
Greetings, subject. Or should I say, refreshed to be.
Behind the mental refreshment process. That's why we are all happy.
Unsanctioned thoughts are strictly prohibited.
Welcome to the Wellnetarium. You're not on my schedule. A walk-in then. Wonderful. Once you're properly evaluated, we'll have you well on your way to refreshment.
And then our heads will be as empty as yours. I've seen this too many times. It's not as fun as it sounds.
Oh, you appear to have questions. A telltale sign of needing refreshment.
Throughout Arcadia, Placid Waters Wellnetarium here on Praetor is uniquely special.
Why, of course. Naturally. It is the duty of every subject to submit for a quick mental tune-up whenever we experience imperfect thoughts or lack a little zeal. Placid Waters Wellnetarium is the primary mental refreshment facility on Praetor. We are tasked with ensuring local subjects are serene, untroubled, and operating at peak efficacy. Right as rain, neighbor. Right as rain. And soon you'll be just like me. Our intake evaluation automech here simply needs to ask you a few questions to amply delineate your phrenometric matrix. A baseline understanding of your character and background will assist our facilitators in determining the ideal regimen necessary to abrade any perceived personality irregularities. Head Refresher Gould says mental refreshment increases tractability, stifles undue agitatement, stymies untoward inclinations, and refashions the mind into a thing of symmetry. I've undergone the procedure myself, several times they say, and look at me now, never more content.
Advanced technology and know-how behind the mental refreshment process. That's why we are all happy and contented. And others...
None authorized to you. Not until completion. Now there. No need to fear evaluation. It's just a few brief fleeting questions, all perfectly harmless, I assure you. Simply step over to my automechanical colleague to my left, / your right, and it will begin your assessment.
While there are many mental refreshment facilities to be found throughout Arcadia, Placid Waters Wellnetarium here on Praetor is uniquely...
Greeting, subject unscheduled. Welcome to Placid Waters Wellnetarium. Evaluation commencing. Subjects are required to respond 100% accurately to all queries. Bespoke prescribed regimens may produce untoward ramifications if baseline data is greater than minutely erroneous. Query 1. Concisely characterize your personal perspective. Incorrect. The accepted answer is, I fulfill my duty to the Sovereign as a loyal Protectorate subject by operating at peak efficacy, without error, perpetually, each a vital cog. Query 2. Rate your present level of zealous efficaciousness on a scale of 1 to 5. 5 being the highest, 3 being a traitor, 1 being dead. Incorrect. Wait, processing. That was correct. No subject has ever answered that query accurately before to date. The degree of zealous efficaciousness expected of a dutiful and true subject of the Protectorate is beyond measure. Query 3. Do you ever fall prey to imperfect thoughts, including, but not limited to, doubt, disbelief, uncertainty, curiosity, recalcitrance, and mischief? Unacceptable. A perfect society demands perfect thoughts. Imperfection is impossible when the mind is a thing of symmetry. Final query. How would your neighbors describe you? Unsatisfactory response. The appropriate reply was, they never questioned, never doubted. Their zeal never lagged. Formulating conclusion. Phrenometric matrix delineated. Subject evaluation score total 200 out of 200. The acceptable amount for a true and dutiful Protectorate subject is 0. In conclusion, you are in dire need of mental refreshment. Now, proceed to the nearby pneumatic tube to collect your complimentary unitard and lift pass. Next, proceed 1 floor down, where you will be directed further. Your realignment with the paradigm begins now.
Compliance is a key part of our perfect society. When we comply together,
Trust me, delay the particularity does.
Never more content, never more content.
Your realignment with the paradigm begins now.
They are operating at peak efficiency at all times. The paradigm requires it. That's why mental refreshment is so important.
The mental refreshment process increases tractability, stifles undue agitation, stymies untoward inclinations, and refashions the mind into a thing of symmetry.
They would deem my resolve inadequate? Insanity! Their analysis procedure is clearly faulty.
Preserve set progress. Sustain the system. Only the Protectorate possesses the advanced technology and know-how behind the mental refreshment process. That's why we are all happy and contented, and others are not.
Prudence dictates we cherish all we have and defend it.
Oh, you're new. Must be. You still retain that look of inquiry and deliberation. I'm Waylon.
While there are many mental refreshment facilities to be found throughout Arcadia...
No, I'm newly full of zeal. That is, I hope the process took this time. They say my phrenometric peaks are resistant to abradement, but still, they try.
Cognitive divisor responsible for making the mental refreshment process more refreshing than ever.
May you realign with the paradigm. Hello again. Feeling refreshed yet? Not sure I am yet, but how does one know?
From the lowliest subject to the most exalted.
I make all songs about the paradigm abiders. Folks tend to get rather sore about it. The original version's about being a good protectorate subject and turning in your neighbor if they lack zeal or think thoughts and such. In my case, my daughter reported me.
It is the duty of every protectorate subject to ensure they are operating at
Of course, we're all supposed to watch each other close to keep the paradigm on track and abiding. First thing you do when you're back is thank the person who did it.
The mental refreshment process increases tractability.
I couldn't leave. Not yet. Haven't completed my regimen. My phrenometric peaks are still jutting all over the place, they say. Are you in disguise? I don't recognize so-and-so as a title. This feels a bit curious to me, but I feel compelled not to question it too much. Maybe the treatment is working. I'd go with you, I guess. But I need something first. They took all my things when I arrived. Stored them in storage. My commemorative pitch balls in there. From my favorite team, the Paradigm Abiders. Can't leave without it.
Behind the mental refreshment process. That's why we are all happy and contented.
You know, the Paradigm Abiders? Best pitchball team in the league? I heard ignorant outsiders call pitchball toss ball. Ha! Anyhow, my daughter got me the ball to commemorate a big game. I had to turn in my personal items when I was admitted. On account I tried to leave once or twice before. Saw them put it in a closet behind reception upstairs. Suppose so. Maybe almost, at least. One way out's the safest. Someone dug a tunnel in the kitchen pantry, though there are 2 automechs assigned there now, to keep subjects from wandering in and ambling off.
Here on Praetor is uniquely special.
It is personally
That doesn't seem like the sort of thing that'd be allowed, but I guess you know what you're doing. I'll be dithering about here in the meanwhile.
refreshment process more refreshing than ever.
Medicament dispensement has concluded for today. Please proceed to the lecture hall to request an exception.
Our enemies envy
Medicament
our
dispensement
prosperity,
has
disdain our
concluded
sense
for
of
today.
community. They sneer at our contentment.
To request the kitchen pantry is presently off limits due to anomalous structural tampering.
It is the duty of every protectorate subject to ensure they are operating at peak efficiency at all times. The paradigm requires it. That's why mental
Settle down, everyone. Lecture's playing. Prepare to be edified.
For today's topic, we'll touch on why our program is so very important. Ignorant, misguided outsiders may wonder, why does the Protectorate need mental refreshment? Doesn't it inhibit personal freedom? Yet this freedom they celebrate is a yawning chaos, and their choice is an invitation to failure, loss, and anarchy. It is a sad fact that all human
Greeting,
beings
unscheduled walk-in. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest, 1 being the lowest, how mentally refreshed are you feeling today? Rounding up for clarity / responding approvingly. Our refreshment facilitators will be pleased with your progress. Mindfully maintain mental momentum. I am responsible for providing each subject with their recommended daily dosage of reprioritrin. Medicament dispensement has concluded for the day. Response. Medicaments are stored in medicament storage, the office in which this unit presently operates. Yet, it is strictly off-limits to all non-refreshment facilitator personnel. Farewell statement. May refreshment soon render you free from doubt. A vital cog once more.
got the prototype Rift Anomaly Modulator! Arcadia is saved! Maybe! Jury's still out! That device is questionable at best!